Hey, what's up everybody? Mr. Smith here with another math video. Today what we want to look at is the basics of exponents. Here we have an example. This we would say is 5 to the 4th power. We have 5, which is called our base, and 4 is our exponent. So what it is basically it's a shortcut for writing repeated multiplication. So what we want to do is we want to take that base and we want to repeatedly multiply it by the number of times in the exponent, so 4 times. So 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. Okay, so this actually means 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, which would be 625. Okay, the final answer. Okay, so if we had 20 times 20 times 20 times 20, we could also write that as an exponent. So 20 is getting repeatedly multiplied 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So this is the same as 20 to the 4th power, we could say. So this is a much shorter and easier way to write it. So this is exponential notation. Okay, so another example. This is something you have to be careful of. 3 to the 5th power. A lot of times when people are starting to learn with exponents, they sort of make this mistake. They sort of think it's just 3 times 5. Okay, that is incorrect. Okay, so you have to be real careful. That's why I like to kind of write it out the long way. That way I can kind of remind myself too that this means 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 5 times. Okay, and it's not 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is only 15. That's the value of 3 times 5. But 3 to the 5th power is much larger. Okay, because it's 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 5 times, which will give us an answer of 243. Okay, so there's a big difference between 243 and 15. Okay, it's much larger. So you have to be real careful. That's a common error. Okay, and here we want to kind of look at what happens when we have a negative exponent. Okay, so we're going to kind of look at a pattern. So 6 to the 1st power is just 6. 6 to the 0 power is 1. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So you have to kind of remember that. And 6 to the negative 1, what happens is it flips into the denominator. So this is really 1 over 6 to the 1st power. Okay, it gets flipped into the denominator. And basically what's happening as we're going kind of down this way is we're kind of dividing by 6. Okay, because it's a power of 6. And the next one, 6 to the negative 2nd power, would be 1 over 6 to the 2nd power. Okay, so it gets flipped into the denominator. It's because we're like dividing by 6. Okay, because the powers are multiplication. So if you go backwards, it would be division. So you have multiplication and division. They kind of work together like that. Okay, another example. Here we have 1/4 raised to the 3rd power. We can raise kind of anything to the power. It just means we're going to repeatedly multiply to 1/4. That's our base. So even though the base is not a whole number, we can still do it. So this just becomes 1/4 times 1/4 times 1/4, which would be 1 over 4 to the 3rd, which is the same as 1 over 64. Okay, and there are some rules with exponents, which I'm probably going to create a video next week kind of discussing some of these rules, and this would fall under those rules right here with this example. Alright, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, take care, and we'll see you next time. Later.